Welcome to the second battle between Hoffers and Evilbot. Today's factions we have Pergamon, played by Hoffers, and Evilbot is playing as Egypt. We can, the rules are 5 Sarissa pikes minimum, and that's what he has here. He has Seriously spears, very flexible infantry. He has Pergamese cavalry, they are, well, it could be Pergamon is not exactly like the one of the stronger. I do see that he has some heavy infantry in these thorax swordsmen, so he will have a slight advantage if it comes to heavy infantry. We have some Gallic mercenary warbands. They're not top notch, and Tyrio's swordsman would give him free javelin ammunition. Since if a faction is required to bring an elephant if it is available to its roster, we can see. Okay, we don't see an elephant right now, but so Egypt, he downgraded his these pikemen, so that he can afford to have better supporting infantry. It seems he has some Ptolemaic swordsmen. These are a bit heavier than the Tyrusi swordsmen that would be available to Pergamon. Downside is less javelins, and they're also like they have 15 melee defense, so not totally. Yeah, it's a bit different. But Egypt has these Judean Tyrosi, and they have a bit more armor than the Tyrosi of Pergamon. We also see some Royal Squadron, Asarissa Lancer, Sacred Squadron. So a mix of a very heavy elite cavalry unit and then a lighter, shock cavalry unit. Well, let's see what happens here. It looks like Hoffers will need to turn around to face the Egyptian. They were not in front of each other.
Riders, forward!
But Pergamon is at a disadvantage here, so... Okay, here we see the elephants of the Egypt. They are not the huge variant, but they still have scare effect. They can still do a lot of damage if allowed to do so.
Yours to command!
One mistake I see that he is placing his reorganization order way ahead. The troops have different speeds, so like this supporting element will be arriving in time much faster than the pikes. One Pergamese peltas is available to the Pergamese. Could have two, and those peltas would have been very helpful in supporting against the enemy elephants. So he lacks missiles to deal with the elephants here. His Gallic mercenary warbands will... Okay, they have axes. Okay, these men have armor piercing, alright. That's we have these thorax swordsmen. Oh, some Galatian infantry here.
Advance at speed!
Yeah, cavalry wise, Pergamon is at a disadvantage. And infantry-wise, the Egyptians have better spearmen available to them. And they have a bit more armor on their swords. We will see what happens here.
By your command. Yours to command.
Between the pikemen, the Egyptian native pikemen have a bit more morale than the Pergamese pikemen, but the Pergamese pikemen have a bit more armor. But their morale is lower, so it won't take much to rout them. If they get flanked, so it's very critical that you protect the flank of your pikemen.
We await your command. As you command.
What's happening here? Oh, they're not in a straight line.
Yes, Commander. Riders at the double.
Each has some bowmen there, so gonna be an advantage to them. So most stuff in this army has armor. These Pergamese peltas are more vulnerable to the archers. Also, these Gallic mercenary warbands would also be. Let's see here. We're gonna hurl at each other here.
Advance at speed.
Swordsman, attack.
At the double.
Well, he's underestimating the Judean Therosi spears. Now he's moving up on this side. But where's the cavalry? Okay, they're on their way. Yep, good aggressive push up here. They're hurling here.
Weapons ready.
Careful not to overextend.
Double time. As you command. Make roar.
The Egyptian pikemen are moving up. Form a pike phalanx over here and turn them like this. The risk if you just wait till the last second, very bad because you can still get flanked over here. That would be demoralizing to you.
Charge. Fire. Quick march.
These peltas should have conserved their ammunition to deal with the cavalry. Okay, here comes the cavalry from Egypt here. Right into these swords.
Ready, men. Prepare to engage.
Okay, there's pike on pike combat here, but this flank there's a gap over here. There's 2 units bunched up here for Pergamon. These lighter infantry could have been pulled out and move up
Quick march.
either to the side.
Advance at
See, the Judean Therosi spears are winning their side, and oh no, then the Pergamese general got charged, and there's some elephants nearby. Good that the peltas are here to try to deal with elephants. And here, those Judean the Therosi will win their side against the lighter infantry of the Pergamese. Just run away with this cavalry here. You can't. Come on. Oh, and these Pergamese peltas got stuck in a melee here. You have to run them back.
as you command.
And these phalanx seems to be routing, and these shock cavalry seems to be losing.
Back! Back! Withdraw!
Oh no, that's very bad. The spear infantry must charge this one.
For glory! Age! To charge! Break on! Riders and the gunners forward! Quickly
If
now!
you have scare ability, do it on the elephants. As the Galatian sword infantry went backwards. These thorax swordsmen, they are doing their part, but these Egyptian swordsmen are massacring these pikemen. And yeah, Pergamon's cavalry is getting hammered, and that just means that the infantry of Pergamon is dead. There's not much that will be done. They are so vulnerable.
Advance at speed! All riders advance! Yes,
And the
Commander!
Judean
By
Thyreosi
your
spears
command!
still had javelins,
Riders, advance!
and now they will rout the Pergamese general, and that means that all of these troops that don't have the discipline trait of Pergamon is gonna suffer as a result.
Break and gauge! Advance! Reform! Forward! Break for glory!
For every unit routed from Pergamon, it just gives Egypt more and more options for flanking. Here comes the elephant. Oh no, and the cavalry just keeps hammering these swordsmen. But they were not cost effective, these swords. Well done to Egypt here. Yeah, he definitely downgraded his pikeman here to get himself some more supporting units here. Peltas pike would have been available as an option for the Egyptians, but it would have meant less troops overall, giving the Pergamese a potential advantage. But yeah, get regular Thyreosi swordsmen instead. You have free ammunition. Then yeah, well, these guys are very good. Question is, can you get to use them? But you sort of I think you underestimated the Judean Thyreosi spears, and since they're tougher, and Egypt did have his elephant, and the cavalry was clearly superior for Egypt. He had like more cavalry overall, so yeah, one more cavalry, and that's just simply smashed away. And you couldn't really, these Judean Thyreosi spears, you can see that they were barely damaged. So don't underestimate these guys. Like just because you have a sword unit, if it's a lighter variant, it doesn't mean it will beat the sword, the spear unit of the Judeans. And these were good numbers here for these Egyptian sword infantry also. Good game. But 0 kills on these Egyptian bowmen. Maybe he forgot to use them, but it wasn't necessary. So yeah, for Pergamon it's very difficult in these sort of fights. There's you don't have the bronze pikemen, so if they were bronze pikemen or native better variant pikemen, these men will still be inferior. These Gallic axemen, they are good shock, but more dedicated flanking once you've actually won the flank. Yeah, tricky situation here for Pergamon. But good game to both players, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.